My name is Kelley MacCoy. I'm a product certification manager at LogicMonitor. I own anything that's created for customers, employees, and partners revolving around badges or certifications. So I work a lot on our LM Academy, which is our LMS, and manage all of that creation and content that gets put on there. We were restructuring the whole learning and development team. I was brought on to work on this program and to create it ground up. What I came on to was a LMS. We used SkillJar and hundreds of courses that had been built and never touched again. A lot of stuff that was old UI, was outdated, just no longer accurate about our product. My plan was to create badges. I want to talk to our sales engineers, our CTAs, the product managers. I asked them, if you had to outline anything you wanted people to learn, what would it be? We organized them into categories by the product feature. We were able to find themes, and then we organize them into these ideas of badges. Having that idea of badges into certifications makes it a lot less daunting creating a certification, because you don't have to worry about creating all the content for certification all at once. It lets you be able to not only produce it, but chunk it up and release it as you go. So it's not just, we released one certification this year. We released 8 different badges that will all lead into certifications. But we're not at like a standstill. I have a plan, but then our higher ups are like, we're actually releasing a new feature in this badge, and we need to push it out with the release of that new feature. And we were able to be a little bit agile because it was in these smaller chunks. I did my master's in adult education, and in that, I learned the difference between kids and adults and how they learn. But there is one similarity that they both like, and that's like this extrinsic motivation. And these badges, people love a badge. People love to put stuff on their LinkedIn. I think it's big for especially smaller learning and development programs to really watch how LinkedIn and the industry is growing, because you'll start to see trends. I'd go on LinkedIn and I'd see lots of people sharing new certifications, sharing new things. I wanted to have something like that in our badging program that is like very shareable. Let your customers be your free advertising. That's the biggest thing, I think, digital badges. It's a good way for your customers to do it for you. It's very low effort, and they'll tell their other people. Most LMSs that you look at now are all incorporating their own gamification systems into it. Having a third party certified, though, is something that people really like and feel more comfortable sharing externally than just, I got a badge in the LogicMonitor Academy. Not as great as, I got a badge from LogicMonitor from a third-party vendor that I now get to put on my LinkedIn. I had used a different vendor before that I wasn't necessarily the biggest fan of. So we had been looking around. I think a lot of it was cost. It was a similar model that I like to use. It's high effort or high cost, high reward. And not only was it a lower cost, it was a huge reward for us. It was high impact and lower cost. So that I knew was something like it was going to win for me. The way that the reporting dashboards work was huge for us. If you're going to start your learning development team, you're going to have a lot of buy-in, and that's going to come from higher up, and they're going to want evidence of, can you show us that it's working or that people are doing it? The fact that Incredible had a direct link for people to share their LinkedIn, and then we could also report on that. And here's how many people are sharing it for us on LinkedIn. Here's how many people are new and getting badges. Here's how many people are coming back and they're getting their second or third badge. That was really big for us. I'm always hesitant for a new software to learn, just because there's a learning curve and your team's going to lose a little time trying to learn it. And I felt like with Credible, it was logical and we didn't really lose a lot of time. So it was something we knew we needed. And once we found it, it didn't take a lot of time to use it. I even worked with the product team to create in-product Pendo messaging, so people were directed to the badges. And we had, I think, 13% of users that had the message clicked on it to go see what the badge is. And that's one of the highest we've ever had at our company. And I think it's because we started to release quality badges that they're like, oh, a new feature and there's a badge that's going to tell me everything I need to know about it. We did a Camp LogicMonitor. Our community team was hosting, it's like, you earn one badge this week. We have a talk about it. They hosted live events. You're in the next badge. We saw that drive a huge spike in our badges earned, which we were able to see all of that reporting on Incredible, which was great. And so you could see that when that date started, we could see the spike of badges earned. And a lot of it was new users as well, which was really big for us. We had somebody post on LinkedIn after they had earned all of their badges, and they're like, I feel like Thanos collecting the infinity rings. I love that people are getting excited about our badges, so to the point where they're like sharing it on LinkedIn. It's also great promotion for us to their network, and whoever they like it, it just kind of spreads like wildfire over LinkedIn. I think I've done like 6 or 7 iterations in maybe the span of 3 months of what that email looks like for customers after they get their badge, because you make a little bit of a change, see if that brings us up or down, how people are liking it. It's really customizable. And I found that being able to control each little piece of it, how big I make the buttons, how big I make our logo, really impacts if people click. It is crucial to be able to report and get metrics to prove to the rest of your company your business value. And I think that Incredible makes that really easy. When it's QBR times and people are asking for stuff, Incredible is one of the first places we go to pull reports because they're usually the most accurate out of what we have. I would recommend Incredible to people who are looking for a badge. I think that this is one of the best solutions I've worked with. And I've been doing this for the last 3 and 4 years of looking at different third-party certified badging. If you're in a small team and you're looking for something that you can afford and also can prove to other people you need, the reporting is phenomenal.